let's have a little listen to our pre-recorded interview we did with Doctor Who and his companion. Karen's here, she's got coffee breath, and Matt Smith is here. Hey. I'm not sure what kind of breath he's got. How are you?
Oh, I'm alright, mate. Thanks for having us back.
Well, it's our pleasure. It only seems like recently you were here.
I know, it does seem quite recent, actually.
And the interesting thing about this studio, and I don't know if you've noticed it, it's much bigger inside, isn't it?
Oh, it is indeed.
Someone just rolled his eyes in the other room.
I know. All the old terrible Doctor Who jokes. And do you worry that you might become, both of you might become kind of typecasted forever, or not?
No, I don't worry about that, because it's kind of cool to be associated with Doctor Who. That's not something that I wouldn't want.
Yeah, I think any actor worth his salt can reinvent himself. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
And I think in 10 years' time, we'll be completely different people playing completely different parts.
Yeah.
Did you say that you're going to leave at some point? Did I read that, or did I not read that, Matt?
I don't know that I've said that. You know, I take it year by year. We're making another 14 episodes starting February 2012 we start, don't we?
Yep, end of Feb.
So we'll just plough on as normal, really.
But did you come into it thinking, yeah, I'll do 2 series or I'll do 4 series? Was there a figure in your mind?
No, not really. It's a sort of year-by-year thing, because it's such an extraordinary commitment in terms of time and sort of energy, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you'd get away with doing it for 7 years. You probably could, but you'd be pretty knackered.
Yeah, you would.
You really would be, because it's a tough shoot.
Have you eased into it, though, do you think? Because the publicity surrounding you when you took over from David, I mean, that was quite a lot to take, and the expectation was heavy on both your shoulders, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's strange, Karen, isn't it? Because now we sort of look back on that first month and go, wow, there was a lot of pressure.
There was, but I'd never felt anything at the time.
Yeah.
No pressure. I just didn't. I don't
She's
like
that
to.
good an actress.
No, honestly, absolutely nothing. No, I just don't look at things like that.
No.
Like, I look at things in a positive way.
I was always
It a
really
great
unnerved by how, like, cool you were and sort of assured and happy, and I just thought, is it only me that feels lonely and useless?
To be fair, you had a little bit more pressure than you know. And yes, you are.
And did you get on straight away, or did you have to kind of work up? Because you clearly have a good personal relationship and a good professional relationship.
Great chemistry.
Yeah.
So
The old
that
chemistry.
freaks her out. Yeah, we've always got on, haven't we, really?
Yeah.
There was a little work took place, I think. Creatively, we sort of had to find our feet and rhythm together. But
Of course, though.
what's so interesting about it is, I'd met you, twice before we started shooting.
Yeah.
But in this show, The Doctor and the Companion, that's the show. You're meant to be like, bosh, straight away. And
Yeah.
so it's a very interesting
Yeah.
thing to negotiate creatively.
Yeah. So, okay, I'll stop you from talking yourself into a corner there.
Sure.
I think that was very well explained.
No, that was very nicely explained, actually, Matt.
Thanks, Tim.
Now, if I were to play you...
On BBC Radio 2.
Isn't that freaky?
I'm sorry, that really entertains 2 middle-aged blokes.
No, of course.
Who've known the Doctor a lot longer than you have.
Yeah. And the Daleks, therefore.
Yes.
So if I were to play you like a clip, you'd be able to tell us, have a listen to this.
Imagine you were dying. Imagine you were afraid and a long way from home, in terrible pain. Just when you thought it couldn't get worse, you looked up and saw the face of the devil himself. Hello, Dalek.
Episode 13, Talking to the Dalek.
That's
Wow.
brilliant. He remembered the lines as well. He was talking the lines as they came up.
It's quite strange how they stay imprinted in your
I mean, there's
mind.
so many of them.
Yeah.
When you're you're talking to a Dalek, do you actually hear the Dalek in the studio?
Yeah.
There's a guy
wonderful.
with a voice changer.
Nicky Briggs, yeah, who's both the Dalek and the Cyberman, and he sits there at the back of the thing.
Yeah, even in read-throughs, he'll be there with his
in
voice
read-through,
changer.
he comes in with it. It's so exciting.
I mean, that amount of Cybermen aren't there, are they? You know, when they're coming along.
Yeah.
They're CGI'd up, aren't they, a little bit?
Yeah, they may be. No,
Yeah,
yes,
no, you don't
they
get-
are.
Exactly, of course they're there. They're all there. Cybermen are the
They're all
scariest, I
there.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
Cybermen are
all
great,
there,
aren't they?
yeah.
They're
What's
really
the scariest element of this series, then, that's available now on DVD and Blu-ray?
Oh, wow. Well, there's some brilliant extras, actually. Stephen's written some vignettes, one about the Doctor and River Song going on dates, all these different dates, which is quite fun.
Some conversation in the TARDIS.
All the backstage stuff, all the confidentials.
What do you both think about the really die-hard Doctor Who fans? I mean, I would ask Bill Shatner about the Trekkies. The people that are really, really die-hard fans, have been fans of every single Doctor, the people that come to the Comic-Cons and all of that stuff. What do you think about that?
I think they're very important to the show. I think that's why the show, going into its 50th year, which is what we're going into film next year, it's the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who, and I think it wouldn't be the show it is without those fans.
Still 11 to 4 on BBC Radio 2. Back now talking to Matt Smith and Karen Gillan, who are better known as Doctor Who and his assistant Amy. I asked Matt who his favourite Doctor is from across all the years it's been on.
It's odd. I started with David Tennant because we were part of that barren age, I call it, where it wasn't on the television. So I think David's a wonderful Doctor, and Chris, of course, who I just think is a fabulous actor. I think having sort of gone back through the years, Troughton.
Yeah, he was an
Troughton.
interesting Doctor.
Yeah.
But of course, John Pertwee was my Doctor.
Yeah, Pertwee's great. But what's wonderful about Troughton is I think he's peculiar without ever asking you to find him peculiar.
There's something dark about him as well, don't you think? There's
yeah.
something kind of odd.
And that
want to-
face.
Yeah, the face, yeah.
There was an episode that I saw that we were just talking about off the air. Sometimes the show messes about with us a little bit because you think the Doctor is actually going to die. Some of the storylines are quite heavy and quite almost kind of like final. It's not light anymore, is it?
Well, if you watch the whole season, you'll find lightness in there. It's always light and silly and ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's light and shade, isn't it? It's light and shade.
and
light
it is.
shade.
Yeah.
But that bedroom, the kids' bedroom one, now that was scary. I mean,
Yeah,
I think it's
the
scarier now
night
for
terrors.
kids,
Yeah.
who obviously still love it, than it was for us when we were kids.
Really? I feel a bit robbed that I didn't get to watch Doctor Who as a kid.
Same.
Don't worry, you still
Hang
got
on.
your youth.
Let me play another clip.
Here we are at last.
I can't stop it. The suit's in control.
You're not supposed to. This has to happen.
Run.
I did run. Running brought me here.
Try to fight it, but I can't. It's too strong.
I know. It's okay. This is where I die. This is a fixed point. This must happen. This always happens.
See, now that's what I'm talking about. That distresses me. This is where I die.
I know, but I mean, that is the finale.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were going, oh, it's all okay, don't worry about it, then we'd be...
There'd be no tension.
yeah. But
They're only doing drama, trying to heighten the tension.
I think it's because I always have watched Doctor Who since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking he's actually going to regenerate, he's going to die, or they're going to take the series off, or somebody's leaving.
He's copped it.
People of my kind of age actually believing it. I know, it's kind of sad, that, don't you think?
no, absolutely not.
No, that's part of the participation. That's what it's about, participating in the plot. What was your favourite plot of this last series?
Oh, that's a good one. Caswell.
Ooh,
It's got to be the girl who waited for you, isn't it?
I mean, for me, yeah, that was really fun, just because I got to play two versions of my character. But I really liked the whole Doctor Death thing, because it just really upped the stakes from
Yeah.
last year,
Yeah.
and it was
I
running
like the
through the whole
silence.
thing.
That was clever how
Yeah.
they were. I really love the fact it was kind of serialised and that the silence were this constant presence. And I
Yeah.
just think the very notion of the moment you look away from an entity, you can't remember it is just
Yeah.
deeply,
Post-hypnotic
appallingly
suggestion.
frightening.
And also the moment you turn away from a microphone, we can't hear you.
No, I know.
Yeah. It's truly scary, isn't it?
Yes.
How's your play, by the way, going?
Oh, it's going really well, thanks. We've got 1 week left.
Inadmissible evidence, right?
At the Donmar
Yeah.
warehouse, with Douglas Hodge in it.
Oh, the Hodgemeister.
The Hodge.
And tell us what you are in it.
Basically, I play a character called Shirley, who's a secretary. It's set in the 1960s, 1964, and it's about this lawyer who's kind of gradually losing his mind.
Oh, my goodness. Do you know what's really nice about both of you? And that is that you're both actually eccentric in real life as well.
Oh, really? Oh, good. I take that as a compliment.
That is a compliment, you know.
Do you know, I would give you eccentric as well.
Yeah, I know. I thought you'd say that. What about Tim?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just vaguely normal.
No.
It's vaguely vague. Series 6 of Doctor Who, starring Matt Smith here and Karen Gillan, is available now on DVD, Blu-ray, and as a download to own. So now, next series, do you know, you get the scripts now, or you know what's going to
We
occur
do
or
not know what's
No.
going to happen. I have no idea, actually.
But it's the 50th anniversary of the show, so we're going to try and make it the biggest year that Doctor Who's ever seen. You know?
Great.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay, listen, good luck. luck, and thanks for coming in. Watch out there, there's fog out there. Where's the TARDIS park today, then?
Hey, another one!
Yeah, I know. How many shows have you been on where they say that at
Tucked
the
it out
end?
the front. Oh, the worst is airports.
Airports.
Did you bring your TARDIS?
Where's the TARDIS?
No, I didn't. But thank you. It's all
You
right.
laugh along, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Behind gritted teeth.
Matt and Karen, everybody, thank you. Yeah.